Good evening, everyone. This is Ms. Gail over here from Georgia Peachnut Gardening. How are you doing today? I'd like to welcome in my new subscribers. Thank you so much for considering coming into my garden. Excuse me. To those of you who have been returning, I really can't say enough about thanking you for your patronage and your support. To the subscriber who on my last video, I announced that we had another loss. My honey has lost his sister. The death angel has been pretty busy between my family and his, and it's beginning to take its toll. I want to thank the person, for everybody, for their condolences and their prayers. To the individual who gave a gift of condolences, I thank you so very much. We are waiting for one of the children to come over, and I'll make sure that they get that to apply to wherever they need to go to, services and what have you. Services and what have you. You know, young people, when they're young and they lose their parents, it's hard. And so we have to be there for them in any kind of way possible. Right now, let me do this. I have so many new people on here and on Facebook, even though I'm not linked into Facebook on here, that ask questions and get confused about when they're growing plants from seed and the seedlings stretch to the light. They don't understand that concept. I went over a little bit before, but right now, for anybody who is not doing anything, look, this is a styrofoam cup. It is a 16 ounce. It can be an 8 or 12 or 16 or 20. I don't care. 24. Just take something like this. Take a pencil. Everybody has a pencil. Punch a hole in about 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. This is for drainage. It's for drainage. I'm going to make them just a little bit bigger. Okay, so look, that wasn't hard. Okay? And you don't want the styrofoam to go on the inside, so just go in there and break that off. I should have pushed it in from the other side, but it don't matter. The most important thing is that this styrofoam cup, you can get a plastic cup, anything you can drink out of, eat out of, do that. And I'm going to do this before I start my video for a while until everybody gets it. Then you're going to have to put some soil in here. So, let's see. I forgot. I got everything but the soil. Hold on for a sec. Hold on. Y'all know me. Y'all know I be forgetting stuff. So don't talk about me. I got some soil sitting right here. Let's see here. Pot soil. Yeah, here it is. Just the right amount. Pot and soil, because you put it in a cup, which is equivalent to a pot. Oh. My big tail, I almost missed this whole chair. Stop laughing at me. Stop laughing. So, take this out. You're going to fill this up. Just like this. Put some soil in here. It don't have to go all the way up. And we're going to take, let's say we take some collards. Let's start off with some collards. I don't know if these are good or not because I've had them for a while, but we will start off with collards. Now let me show you a trick. Did I bring my water? Yeah. First of all, I would advise anyone, and anything I show you is just my concept. You can take it and twist it and do however you want to with it. And I want to dampen the soil with the water. The reason why is because if I take the seeds, and see how that went down? See how it went down? And see it's coming out the bottom. See the drip? If I take the seeds and put it on top of some dry soil and then do that, you see how much that went down? That will push your seeds down to about here. And you say, oh, Miss Gail, my seeds didn't come up. Well, you put that water in there. Now you can use a spray bottle, but still, because I know I poured it in and that made it heavy, but you can use a spray bottle and it's going to still go down. So wet it first. Wet it first. Now, we're going to take the collard seeds. What y'all do with them? I had them. I know I did because I should. Here they are. Collard seeds. Now, all seeds are different sizes. They're all different sizes. So, collard greens, mustard green seeds, and turnip, and kale, and those seeds are very small. You see how tiny that is? So it doesn't take much soil. It doesn't take much soil. So I'm going to take these seeds, and I'm going to do more because I'm going to put I'm going to do a lot of seeds in here. Especially the older your seeds, the more you can go on ahead and germinate. You know, the greater possibilities and chances you would have for germination. And I'm going to just broadcast them in this cup. I'm just dropping them around. And if they come up, what I can do later is I'm not thinning anything out, like throwing away. I don't believe in throwing away. That's food. What I'm going to do is pull them apart when they get up some size. Pull them apart when they get up some size and plant them. And if I have too many in today's time and all the trouble we're in with food now, you can see if your neighbor, your cousin, or your uncle, or aunt, sister, brother, somebody you don't know, just be at the end of your driveway and say, here's a collard seed. That'll help keep somebody out your garden and feed somebody. So I'm just spreading them out with my fingers. And guess what? I'm going to just, a little bit of soil. You don't really need this because when the water hit the seed, it's going to pop some of the soil up on top of it. But you just take, look, that much soil, just that much, and sprinkle it on top. That's all I needed for this because it's not a big area. I'm just a little bit on top. And then just a little bit more water. Now it's best to have a spray bottle. That's all it needs. That's all it needs. That's it. It's best to use a spray bottle though. I'm hard-headed. And you just sit this somewhere. Now some people say, I'm gonna put some saran wrap over it. Okay. I'm gonna take this in the house and sit it by the window and let it get used to the sunlight. Or you can sit, if you're in zone 8A, you know the weather's fickle. You can take a chance and sit this outdoors. That's left up to you. So, and then you need to write on here. I didn't bring no tissue. You need to write on here what's in here. And I'm going to use the pencil because I'm wet. This is collards. So you write collards on here. You're not going to be able to see this because the pencil's not showing up, but it's imprinting on it. That's what I like about the styrofoam, the imprint. And today is, you don't know what today is. Today is the 8th, 25. And I can probably come back, take my marker. Maybe it'll let me write on here now because it's wet. And I'm doing this over this container of kale that's been growing for a while. It's been struggling, but it's making it. COLLARDS. And we have 3, 8. Don't want to go. 25. And it's done. How long did that take? The next step would be to let them grow up and then take it from there. We can separate them. I will go through that with you. You guys are very, very smart. That's a done deal right there. So there are your collards. Next thing I'm going to do, I want to do an entirely different seed. This is David's bean bush dragon tongue seeds. And I want to show you the difference between that one, these, and the other one. See how big those seeds are? So we're going to need just a little bit more soil on top of them. We will bury these, but we're not going to bury, we'll bury them twice the size of this, no more than that, twice the size of this. Your seed package usually tells you when to plant, how deep to plant, but these don't. But you can look it up on the internet. You don't even have to say David seeds because that's a person who is putting their name on it. Just say bean bush dragon tongue seeds and how deep to plant it, when to plant it, and when to harvest, and how many days it takes. That's what is going to be on the internet. Usually the seed package has all that, but this one doesn't. So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to just take our pencil. We ain't going to make no big deal out of it. Take our pencil, punch some holes in it. Now, anything outside of your brassica, you should already have started in the house. Things like your tomatoes and zucchini and squash, stuff like that. You know, get it started now. Okay, so we got the holes in the bottom. No big deal. No biggie. And we're going to put some soil in here the same way we did the other one. Put some soil in. The some people pat the soil down like that, you know, not, I mean, just lightly. That keeps it from falling down so much. But, you know, it's come see, come saw. We ain't gonna make a big deal out of it. And let's put the tops on our collard greens before we have collard greens all over here in the kale, which is no problem because they're all the same family. Put that back, and we're gonna take the water. We want to wet it. So that it doesn't fall low. Now, when you pack it like I just did, that keeps it from going down like the other one did. The other one I didn't pack. This one I did. And I'm just going to squeeze. See how it's still going to go down, but not as far. And then I put more in it. But see, and that's your seed going down. If you don't put some salt, some water on it first, that's your seed dropping down. And you'd be like, it didn't come up. It didn't come up. Yes, it did. It's going to come up when it wants to. We're going to take these seeds and plant them. Most people say root side down, tip up. I'm just going to push it in here because I have never had a problem. But, you know, you do you. I just do me. Just lay them in here. And I'm using my finger. I'm coming down to about the first line of my finger. Pushing them down to the first line of my finger. Making sure they get in here. And here's another one that fell out my hand. And like the other ones, I'm going to compact plant. Let me get some more seeds because I want a lot of beans. Let's see. And it's not meaning that everything in here is going to be good. I just need them to come up, and then I'll thin them out. When I say thin out, my version of thinning out is getting ready to put them in, take them apart and put them in another container. I just need them to germinate. This is the germination pot right here. So you want them to germinate, plant a lot of them in one area. Let them germinate, and I'm just pushing them in. And if it looks like some are sticking up, we're going to put some soil on top of this. Y'all can't see it because I'm holding it in my hand. And then grow in section. Like I'm growing some now, may come out next week and grow some, you know, germinate some more. And, you know, just do it like that. But I'm just pushing them in. Don't stress out about gardening. Don't stress, they say it's got to be this far apart. That far. Put them seeds in that soil, honey, and put away your measuring stick. Please, please. You won't ever get anything done. Then you'll look up in the grocery stores, it'll be empty, and you'll be, I need to rush it. No, I don't need to put these in here because they got wet. These are wet. So they'll put wet seeds back in there. So I'm just going to place them around because they'll start germinating inside the bag. Ask me how I know. So let's see. I have 2 more. I'm just pushing them in. For germinations, it's okay. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is put just a little bit more soil on top. See, this is what it's looking like. Because it's a larger seed, I can put soil on top almost as high as when I planted it. Or should I say, yeah, how far I planted it. Okay. It's going to need that much. And that's about maybe half a handful in this cup. So now, pour the water on it. Got it. And this has to stay moist. So yeah, you can put some plastic over it. It has to stay moist. And you want the water to come out. So it is coming out. You can see it coming out. And it's going to drain on down until it gets really kind of low. And then you put your name on it. I'm not going to do that now because I've gotten it pretty dirty. So we're going to put this down. And that will continue to drain. Next, you saw me clearing this area. You saw me clearing this area. We're going to very quickly finish up those plants that fell when my greenhouse fell over. I'm sorry, I'm looking for something and I don't see it. I need my little shovel. So let's go get that. when the greenhouse fell over, and you know, I kind of temporarily transplanted some things. I don't know the name of everything. I don't. Work with me. So here, we don't know what this is. We won't know where it is until it comes up. But guess what? We're going to squeeze this and take this out. And okay, this looked like it may be some either purple top turnips or rutabagas. Let's see what we got. How many wants to come and be planted in here? Because everybody may not be in agreement. Let's see. Now see, this is what's going to happen when those collard greens and beans come up. They're going to be growing together like this. And you're going to work them apart with not heavy-handed. I'm heavy-handed, but don't break the roots. See how that's breaking up into 3 individual plants, really 4. And just keep kind of softly rubbing the soil until you can put it apart like that. So there's 1. They're ready. And then this one right here is 2. See how I pull that apart? Don't stress about nothing. Don't be nervous. They're just plants. And this is 3. Just taking some of the soil off. This one right here is not going to make it. So we're going to take the plant away and keep the soil. Soil is precious. Take some of these little roots out. This one didn't make it. So we're going to throw that over there because I can use the soil from that later on. And now what we're going to do is open up a way. I'm not going to use my auger because I don't want to disturb the roots of the already planted kale. This kale has been doing pretty good. So I'm just loosening it up, giving it a chance to have some loose soil to grow into it. And I got some mulch around here, so I have to be careful. So anyway, we're going to take each individual one like that. Made it deep enough for that to go into, and start pulling the soil around it, trying to keep the mulch out the way. It's all in the way. It wants to be part of the picture too, it says. And I am going to cover this up with a cloth, a row cover cloth, until it takes in good roots. Because even though it's been outside, it's being transplanted. So that's just me. You don't have to do that. That's just me babying my plants. Okay, here's another one. We're going to do it the same way. Just drop it into some good loose soil. Let it know this is their new home. And it can grow, grow, grow. Right there. And I know we have one more. Where is it? What y'all do with it? Just those 2? No, I thought I saw more than that. Uh-oh, Miss Gail. Somebody has left the building. Oh, well. We'll move on. Fret not. You're not going to fret. Is it? No, that's not it. Okay. So next candidate. Let's see. Let me make a way. This sort of like is a confetti type of planting. They're all brassicas. You can plant them all together. So let's move this over here. Next we have, it says Morris collards. We're going to trust that's what it is, okay? We're going to dump this in here. Try not to tear the roots. May have been too late. Let's see here. Let's get this to turn topsy-turvy. Okay. And looks like it's just 2 plants in here. That's all right. It's two, it's two. We'll watch this grow up. Now this is in a pea pod. Those people who don't like the pea pods, I understand. They say it's biodegradable. This was in a pea pod. I just take it off. It's okay. And then we're gonna see if we can separate this right here, or do we need to grow them together? Let's see. Let's see. Guys, make sure you try to plant seed. I don't care what you do. Put some seeds out. I'm just saying, trust my word. Trust my word. Don't play, y'all. Don't sleep on this. I'm just going to keep rubbing my fingers in between, trying not to tear up anything until I can get to the soil that's got them tight together. 1, 2. So here we go. I'm going to just plop that right on. Oops. Plop that right on in right there. Hold it. See if these going to turn into some collard greens. What y'all think? Okay, let's take this one off because it's no good. We'll just put this right here, right next to it, but not close to it. Put that in like that. Push it up. Bada bing, bada boom. We through. That's it. That's it. So, what do we have next? Bok choy. Been hanging in here and hanging in here. Bless his heart. See, I'm freeing these up so I can put something else in here. Yeah. All that space. Now we just have 1 with 4 or 3, shall I say. Bok choy, what you doing over here? What's your 20? Let me put some of the soil out the way. Need to get some of the soil out the way so we can see what we're doing. Morris heading collards, sign need to go in front of it. And let's just see what bok choy is saying. What y'all talking about over here? Now the kale has not had to share space, and it's going to probably be just a little jealous. This is also in one of the pellets that grew up and expanded. We're just going to take it out. How about that? Just going to take it out. Shake off some of the soil. See if we can nicely bring it loose apart. We don't throw no food away, y'all. I saw somebody on Facebook say, oh, my seedlings, and they too long. What do I do, y'all? Do I start over a whole tray of 72 seeds that's come up? No. You ask somebody how to deal with it. And some people in there who has been gardening 1 or 2 years say, yeah, throw them away, start over. No. Don't you listen to them folks. A lot of those groups, they don't want you to put your video or your name and stuff down. But it's a shame because there are people who could really help them. So I just say get in touch with me, let me know, get back with me, and they can look up my email because it's all a part of my Facebook page. But I try to respect what people say. But I feel sorry for these people. I'm glad they starting. I'm glad they're trying something. But my goodness, okay, these 3 are married, and I don't want to tear anything because I know me. So we'll go ahead and go with this one first. Let's see. Kid gloves, Gail, kid gloves. Come on, don't tear nothing up. Okay, we're going to put the bok choy right here. See, it wants to live, so we're going to let that one go in. This one right here is small, and it is also inside of the pea pellet. And because it is small, well, doesn't matter. It broke apart. We're going to go ahead and put this one right here. Right there. Bring it up just a little higher. Put soil around it and tell it to grow. We want you to grow now. And we should see some results in about a week. This is bok choy, so we're going to put the sign right there. I'm going to have to make some larger signs. And then this is the other bok choy that I really would like to come apart, but it's not cooperating. So it's okay. It's okay to put these in here they are really intertwined, so we're not going to. The problem when you do that is the one that's short would be so under the there you go, the little baby one right there. So the other ones are coming apart now. Okay, we got it. Houston, we got it. So let's go on ahead and put this one in right here. Give it enough soil. Bok choy is so pretty. I think it's a gorgeous plant. And we are getting close to where my other plants are. So I'm going to have to stop and make sure that I'm not invading their privacy before I get the last one. But we're going to put that bok choy right there. And I know a lot of you would take this little thing and throw it away. Honey, it's going to have to die on me. I am not throwing it away. You go and sit right here, boo. Yeah, sit right there. Miss Gail is not going to throw you away. No, not in today's time. That's food. So let's take some of the soil out, because we have some plants over here that's doing really well, and I don't want to invade their privacy. Let's see where we are. Going with right here. Take some of this soil over here, right in here, so we can see what we're working with. So right here is a kale. I want to say this is the blue kale, but I'm not sure which kale this is. So we're going to make sure that the kale is okay. I don't want all that soil on my kale, so let's get the soil off my kale. Make sure it can still continue to stand up like it wants to, because it has been doing so well. And over here, we have kale, and right here. So, I want to make sure we do not disturb that. So, we can go right in here. And do our last plant. This Florida broadleaf mustard. Yeah. And it's going in a good place. You know why? Because it can help shade all of this. It can. So I would love to be able to put this down like that. Y'all know it don't never work out like that for me. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. I may be able to pull it off. What y'all think? I think I can. I am running out of space over here for some reason. Okay. Let's see here. If we can get enough out. And wiggle it in. Because all this can grow together. I don't care. Your hand becomes an excavator. Uh-oh. This just fell out. Did I forget to put you in? Okay. I probably forgot. So we'll get it. I'm glad it did, because I didn't see it. Let's see. Make sure we got enough soil over here around everything. Everybody. Going in deep. One more time. Let's see how we're looking. So here we go. Woo, that looks good. Let me go down a little bit lower. Just a little bit lower. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to just pour some soil around it. Got you. Yep. That's what we're going to do. I'll take the soil up out of there. Put it in. Be careful. Watch your plants. Soil is good for plants, but not when it's sitting on top of them, it will make them go bad. We don't want that. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. Just got to keep filling it in. You know, you took a lot of soil out of the hole, so you have to put as much of that back in as possible. Pack it in around there with your fingers. Just push down. You end up with extra soil, and this soil can be used when these plants grow up. Put some more soil around them. You won't have to go buy no soil. Let's see here. Making sure I'm getting that level up pretty high. And when I water it in, we have one that is gonna need a home, so we're gonna come right over here. Give it a little home right there. Pack it in and say grow. Now you have to be careful when you're planting in something that is fluted. This is fluted because this is, if it's like on the end, it's gonna hit this, and that's as far as it'll go. So you have to be really careful when you're planting in something fluted. You have to gear towards the middle of the container as opposed to the end. So now that we've gotten that in, brushing off some of the soil from some of the containers, the plants, we're gonna go in and put in our mulch. You want to lift your leaves up because you don't want the leaves touching the soil if you can help it. So I'm getting ready to water it in. Uh-oh. Okay. So